Come and join us for an August trip on the Beartooth Highway, where you can see mountains, waterfalls, wildlife, lakes, and much more. So what is the Beartooth Highway? It's a scenic highway that runs through Montana and Wyoming from Cook City on the west to Red Lodge in the east. The late Charles Kuralt of CBS News called it the most beautiful drive in America. Come along and let's see if he was right.
This is a little waterfall off the Beartooth Highway. It is really roaring. And here's the water from the waterfall falling down. And you can see the Beartooth Highway in the background heading up. I'll be going up much higher and through a lot of switchbacks later in this trip.
This is called the Pilot Index Overlook. It's pretty far down the Beartooth Highway and named after these two mountains we're looking at. As you can see, it's just expansive how much you see. It's just kind of unbelievable, really. Just absolutely beautiful. It just goes on and on. This is one of the overlooks where you can really see into the valley. And it looks a little like Yosemite here, I think. And then as we pan around, you can see the cantilevered part of the highway and how they had to construct the road. Quite a difficult task. Must have taken a whole lot of work and a whole lot of manpower. Beautiful view. This is Beartooth Falls, which is, you can see from pull out off the roadway, and it's just beautiful. Don't know if you can get down to it or not. I haven't seen any indication you can, but I'm sure there are people who know how to do it. It sure is beautiful to look at just from the road. This is Beartooth Lake, just off the Beartooth Highway. And that's Beartooth Butte. Beartooth seems to be kind of out here like Peachtree is in Atlanta, very common name. There's a close-up of the butte and even a little closer. Pretty spectacular. This is the Top of the World store, which has souvenirs and snacks, including ice cream. It's a good place to stop for a little break along the Beartooth Highway. Nice little place. This is Island Lake, which has a campground and a boat launch and fishing. It's on a plateau on the Beartooth Highway. We stayed for about 20 minutes and there was quite a lot of activities, you can see. This part of the highway reminded me a great deal of certain areas of Glacier National Park. I wanted to stop and show you this view. These amazing rock formations that I'm sure were formed many years ago by glaciers coming through this area. But you can see all the, zoom in here, all the rocks. Just really spectacular. Throughout this area, there are boulders that just litter the area. This is the viewpoint at Beartooth Pass, which is about 11,000 feet. The wind was really whipping here and I wasn't able to record the sound. To me, it's not as spectacular as many of the other overlooks, but when you get to the top, you have to record it for posterity. This was a stop just down from Beartooth Pass, and I think it shows that sometimes the best views aren't necessarily from the official overlooks. This view was just spectacular. You just saw the road there. It curves back and forth. There are many switchbacks. And this was very much like Glacier National Park. Just beautiful.
This is Gardner Lake and another spectacular view from an overlook. I have a note that this is Beartooth Pass overlook, but I thought we'd already been there. So if I've got my Beartooths confused, forgive me. They sure do use that name an awful lot up here. You may see some wildlife on the Beartooth. I believe these are marmots. I'm not totally sure, but I believe they are. They were quite active. And then we saw some mountain goats as well.
This is at one of the last vista points on the road as you're journeying from Cook City to Red Lodge. And it's pretty good. Go through a lot of winding roads. You're now in Montana, and you're getting near the end of this beautiful parkway. This is the second annual Red Lodge Festival.
Red Lodge is a cool mountain town. We stayed at the historic Pollard Hotel, which we would highly recommend, along with its Marley's restaurant. Be sure to look for Alex, our favorite bartender. He really took care of us. We really enjoyed driving the Beartooth Highway. Here are some final thoughts. First of all, be patient. The speed limit on the parkway is only 45 miles an hour. And much of the time you can't even go that fast because the road is very curvy, it climbs, and it's a challenging drive. If you go from Cook City to Red Lodge the way we did, generally west to east, taking the Beartooth Highway is a great addition to your trip to Yellowstone National Park. If you go from Red Lodge to Cook City, generally east to west, then you should plan on staying in Yellowstone as part of your trip. It's just a great combination, the Beartooth Highway and Yellowstone National Park.